Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. The city comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
The stage is set in Istanbul.
Well, things just got interesting. Fenerbahce snatched the victory.
Fenerbahce bounced back in Game 2 to level the series.
Fenerbahce have made this series live and in color.
Olympiacos now head to Fener's home floor for a chance at redemption. Who will come out on top at the Ultra Sports Arena tonight? Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Istanbul. It's the playoffs in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, and tonight's game comes to you from the Ultra Sports Arena, where Fenerbahce face off against Olympiacos in Game 3 of the series. Although they posted the best record in the regular season, and although they beat Fenerbahce by 20 points or more in both regular season contests, Olympiacos surprisingly dropped Game 2 in Piraeus last week. The two-time champions must win at least one game on the road to advance to the Final Four again this year.
Basically, we are going to try to establish our rhythm in the game, in such a difficult game. Fenerbahce is playing now in their environment, in their home court. It's going to be a difficult mission for us, but of course I think we have the talent, we have the ability to win one game.
With the exception of themselves, of course, Fenerbahce surprised everyone in the basketball world by stealing a win in Piraeus last week. Paced by 16 points from Carson Edwards in Game 2, the Fenerbahce players enter their home arena in a strong position. A win tonight gets them ever closer to the Final Four for the first time since 2019.
We felt well and we prepared the game. We know that this is a tough series. Olympiacos still is the favorite. I mean, they play good basketball. They play together for more than for 3 years closely. They have the same system. So we know that the playoffs requires a lot of effort, extra effort, and we're ready to give it all.
Well, I've heard the thoughts of both coaches, Bartzokis and Itoudis, who've led their clubs to EuroLeague titles before. And tonight now it is Game 3 in this series as Fenerbahce Istanbul host Olympiacos for a chance to get to the Final Four in Konis. Well, welcome everybody to live images from inside the Ultra Sports Arena. You can feel the atmosphere. It is already palpable. We'll try to bring you up to date with some updates on social media. And we're so delighted that you joined us tonight. Of course, there's also a game between Barcelona and Žalgiris. That game already underway. But here, on the Asian side of the Dardanelles, it is Olympiacos against Fenerbahce. Well, here's how the playoffs have been progressing between last week and this week. Our series right up there in the top left-hand corner. It is level at 1 apiece. AS Monaco won last night in Tel Aviv. They beat Maccabi. And Real Madrid keep their hopes alive. They won in Belgrade last night in a tough series against Partizan. And then down there in the bottom right corner, Barcelona playing Žalgiris tonight. That game already underway. Žalgiris in the Žalgirio Arena need a win to stay alive in this playoff picture. Thomas Walkup started every game this season, all 36 games for Coach Bartzokis. And Isaiah Cannon, 18 points in Game 1. He had 6 of 7 from 3. Here's the captain, Kostas Papanikolaou. And here's the man whose eyes will be on throughout this arena, Sasha Vezenkov, in his 8th EuroLeague season. Well, Vezenkov, 5-time weekly MVP this year. He was the November and February MVPs. And some people say, give him the trophy now. He's averaging 18.5 points. That's in the 2 playoff games. He had 19 and 18 respectively. Kostas Lukas knows this arena very well. He won the EuroLeague crown with Fenerbahce back in 2017. He also won 2 EuroLeague titles with Olympiacos back-to-back in 2012 and 2013. Well, here's somebody who knows the EuroLeague. Nick Kalatis in his 11th EuroLeague season, the all-time leader in assists. He's just 10 from 1,900 assists. He'll try to set this man up. Tyler Dorsey, who played for Olympiacos in 2021, 2022. And Marko Guduric, the Serbian international, comes off the bench. He's the second leading scorer for the team behind Jonathan Motley, but he doesn't start very often. Some key players for the hosts. We'll start with Nigel Hayes-Davis in his 4th EuroLeague season. A couple of weeks ago, he played 40 minutes in round 33 when Fenerbahce had to beat FS right here on this floor. And so he is a warrior. He has started all 36 games for Coach Itoudis. Well, here's Deshaun Pierre, and just like Hayes-Davis, the Canadian played all 40 minutes in the victory over FS. We'll see how the coaches use their minutes tonight. As we're in the playoffs now, you would have thought that the bench gets a little bit shorter. Scotty Wilbekin, Nemanja Bjelica, and Devin Booker remain scratches for Fenerbahce. Well, here's a look at the 2 players who will play the center position. Jonathan Motley in just his 1st EuroLeague season, and what a year he is having. He is the team's leading scorer with 14.9 points per game. He's right on cue, averaging 15 points in the playoffs. As for Mustafa Fall, he's averaging 8 points and 7 rebounds, but of course he could also protect the basket. He had 2 blocks in game 2 last week. Across the bottom of your screen, the lineup for the visitors. They are led by that man there, Coach Potsokis, 2-time EuroLeague Coach of the Year. He won the honor in 2013 when he led Olympiacos to the title. He also won it last year. Olympiacos went to the Final Four in Belgrade. They lost in the semis, and they ended up coming in 3rd position. Here's the lineup for your hosts, and this man, Dimitri Itoudis, who himself is a 2-time EuroLeague Coach of the Year. He won both of those with CSKA Moscow. He also lifted 2 EuroLeague crowns in 2016 and 2019, respectively. Well, here's how the teams have fared throughout the season. Look at that, 4th and 5th in offense, nothing between them. 83.7 points per game. But of course, Olympiacos the best defensive team, and what I love, I hope we see, look at that, 7.6 steals. They lead the league. That's due to the defense largely of Thomas Walker. But what I love is how much they share the basketball. All the Olympiacos players make their way here out onto the hardwood under a shower of affection, shall we say. It is the 14th time in the modern era that they have advanced to the playoffs. They've gone on to the Final Four 7 of those 14 times. Most recently in 2022 last year. And then these 2 teams met in the finals in 2017. We'll tell you about that game as we go out through tonight's broadcast. Well, the PA announcer is going to bring the Fenerbahce players out onto the floor, and what an atmosphere it is here in the Olker Sports Hall. Fenerbahce in the playoffs for the 10th time in the modern era. They've been to the Final Four on 5 different occasions, and all of them in recent history. What a string they've had. 2015, 2016, and 2017. They beat Olympiacos in the finals in Istanbul in the Sinan Erdem Dome. And then again in 2018 and 2019. As Kostas entered a combo. Here comes Carson Edwards. Edwards was devastatingly effective in game 2. He led the scoring for Fenerbahce in that upset win. He had 16 points. Fener won that game 82-78. They lost game 1, 79-68. And in game 2, Olympiacos had just 16 assists. They averaged 22, and so certainly the defensive effort of Fenerbahce played a prominent role in securing that win. When Fenerbahce won the European title in 2017, it was the first time a Turkish club of any sport lifted a European title. So quite an honor for this multi-sport club. And the two Greek coaches meet at midcourt. We'll take a look at the head-to-head record between them. Coach Itoudis with a 4-2 advantage. And you can see how often they've been in the playoffs. They're no stranger to a tactics board, that is for sure. Coach Bartzokis from Athens originally, and Coach Itoudis from Veria. Just the first season for Coach Itoudis here in Fenerbahce, and he's brought his experience all those years with CSKA Moscow. Of course, he was an assistant for many years with the Panathinaikos club. And he had a master defensive plan in their Game 2 upset win. Well, here's a look at the starting five. First for the visitors. So Walkup starts his 37th game. He's been ever present. Isaiah Cannon, who kept Tyler Dorsey at bay. Sasha Vezenkov very well may be the MVP of the league this year. The captain, Papa Nicolau, and Mustafa Fall. And then across the midcourt stripe now for Fenerbahce, they'll be led at the point by Nick Kalatis, Tyler Dorsey, who played for Olympiacos last year, Nigel Hayes-Davies and Deshaun Pierre, the two warriors who play as many minutes as Coach Itoudis wants them to. And then Tony Jakiri starting at the center position. He'll try to neutralize the influence of Mustafa Fall. Well, our combined officiating crew this evening. And congratulations to the referees who've been selected to call the playoff games. We've got to get it nice and tight to talk to each other because it is a cacophony here, lots of noise by the Fenerbahce fans. And they have to be delighted that their team have come back here to Istanbul with a win in their pocket. Remember, fans, it's the first team to 3 who win the series. It's best of 5. So Olympiacos have to win one game here in front of this atmosphere. Will it be tonight? Or will it be later this week? Pick your poison. What an atmosphere here. This arena seats 13,000. It was built back in 2012. And you can see, let's do it again. 2017, the last time they did it, Ataturk on the left and the flag, the national flag on the right. Of course, the colors of the country of Turkey, red and white, but the colors of Fenerbahce, blue and yellow. All part of the spectacle of this marvelous competition. Well, the players are on the floor now. We're going to take a moment to pause and pay our respects to the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague theme song, giving the players just one more moment to gather their thoughts before tip-off tonight. Well, they certainly look composed right now, but they're both passionate coaches. They'll be prowling along the sidelines to try and gain any advantage they can and try to implore their team on to victory. I tell you what, this capacity crowd on their feet already. It'll be a tough atmosphere for both sets of players to hear as the captain seeks some divine inspiration, and why not? Because right now, this arena is full of blue and white fans. You won't see much red and white around. We are underway in Game 3 of the playoffs in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. This is the continent of Europe's premier basketball competition. Olympiacos come out in man-to-man defense, and Thomas Walkup trying to stay with Dorsey. Shot clock running down. Pierre gets to the dots and promptly turns it over. So good defense by Olympiacos, and Vezenkov says, give me the MVP right now, and give me the rock. Vezenkov with the perfect start, got a clean touch, and strings it. We are underway here in Istanbul. Hayes Davis wants to take Cannon down onto the box. He's got help side from Mustafa Fall. And Kalatis with a deep three, missed it. Well, I want to challenge the defense here of Vezenkov, because you don't want to close out hard on Kalatis. You want him to shoot it. What you don't want is him strolling down the lane where he gets deep, and how often have we seen him make that shot? So Vezenkov has to be smarter defensively. Hayes Davis, let's fly it short. So Thomas Walkup is going to walk it up. We'll start the offense. Nice back pick. Vezenkov getting 2 early touches. So both possessions, they go to their star. He comes away with 1-3. That shot, good look. Mid-range jump shot off the mark. Yeah, Jakiri, we had really good work. Jakiri just got down onto the halo. He saw the mismatch with Cannon and said, listen, I got a mouse in the house. Kalatis recognizes the mismatch, and then Jakiri just powers it up. And one to come. I tell you, the fans are in like fourth quarter form. Somebody better tell them they're going to have to pace themselves. We haven't even played 2 minutes yet. Well, fans, remember, you can track all the live in-game stats on the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague website. It's allthews.euroleaguebasketball.net. Go to the game center and click on the link to tonight's game. You can track the numbers as you watch the images and listen to the sounds of the continent of Europe's premier basketball competition. Both teams start in man-to-man defense. I think Kalatis is going to get called for a little ticky-tack foul. And you can see he's questioning it. I don't blame him. You know, it's marginal contact. He's trying to fight through the screen. Yeah, there's a little contact there, but it doesn't unsettle Walkup. Here's a clean look at a shot. I don't think Walkup would want that foul called against him either, so we'll see how the referees get on with things. That's a high arching pass to Fall, and he puts it up and in. So Papanikolaou with a long entry pass. Just throws it up and lets Fall go get it. Again, Jakiri, yeah, really good. Fall had to come over and help out on the penetration. Jakiri slides down the lane, and Dorsey with a bounce pass inside. Well, Hayes Davis is going to get called for a foul here as he just tries to fight through Thomas Walkup's pick. They ran this set the last time. A back pick for Vezenkov. Vezenkov had a mid-range jump shot. But this time, Hayes Davis tries to fight through the screen, and he gets called for the foul. They tried to do the same thing from the sideline out of bounds and defended well from Fenerbahce. Walkup. Missed his shot. Great hustle. Terrific hustle as Fenerbahce looked to break. Jakiri goes one row deep to get the ball. Dorsey, let's fly, got it. Big start for Tyler Dorsey. You know, Dorsey was quiet in the 2 games in Piraeus. Didn't score in game 1. And scored only 8 points in game 2. Of course, he played last year for Olympiacos. There was some speculation that when he came back mid-season, he left the NBA, he would come back to Olympiacos. And I think a lot of people thought Isaiah Cannon might be the guy who was going to make room for him, but Coach Koutsoukis backed Cannon. And that paid off for him in game 1 with 6 of 7 threes. Good work by Pierre with the offensive rebound. Olympiacos scramble to match up. Here's a mismatch now with Kalatis and Papanikolaou. Pierre. Yeah, really good defense. And you can see that Fenerbahce are going at Cannon. They want to try to post him up. There's Tariq Black getting behind his teammates. But Mustafa Fall is there in a good help position. So Fenerbahce are going to find a way to move the ball once they draw help from Mustafa Fall. Yeah, Cannon was wide open. I don't think he realized it. And Kalatis wants a review. So does that young lad. Kalatis is appealing to the referees to take a look at it. Yeah. He's probably right, you know. A little bit of coach speak for you. You know, what do you catch a basketball with? Of course, obviously, the obvious answer is your hands or your fingers, but really, you catch a basketball with your eyes. And Isaiah Cannon wasn't looking for that pass. Had no idea it was coming.
Coach challenge.
So it's going to be a coach challenge early on here. Kalatis appealing. Yeah, I think that's off Cannon, isn't it? So, well done to Kalatis.
From Cannon. Wait. Okay, good. Go ahead. Motion. Go with the slow. Good. Red. Now it's yellow. Touching the ball. One more time. Red. Red touch the ball.
And that young lad agrees. So Fenerbahce get a possession out of it. Look how close walk up is guarding Dorsey. Dorsey to the window, and he got it. Well, he goes hard off the right hand as he goes at walk up, keeps him on his hip. And there's the help side from Fall coming over. But look at the concentration here from Dorsey. He's attacking space like an American football running back. And he scores against his former teammates. Tacks on the and one. Again, he had low productivity in Piraeus. We'll see how he is here back in Fenerbahce. Shaqiri. So Shaqiri goes to the free throw line. Can converts both. Walkup turns the corner. Stop and pop. Off the window. No good. Fall with the rebound. And Papanikolaou with his first opportunity to score. That hits the heel of the rim. Another offensive rebound for Olympiacos. Can they turn it into points? A nice bounce pass into Fall in the mid-post, but that's a little bit out of his range. Until Papanikolaou glides in and tips it up and in. So good tempo here to this one. Walkup wants to get the pace right. Try to take the crowd out of the game. Just inside the arc. Yeah, good use of the middle screen and roll by Walkup. Just surveyed what he had, and he rattles home a three. I'll make it part of the mid-range jump shot there. Oh, nice cut. Dorsey, a deep basket cut, lays it up and in. Really good cut by Dorsey. Yeah, Walkup. Good feed to Mustafa Fall. Again, it's that middle screen and roll, which is so hard to defend. You know, if it's a side screen and roll, you know where the help is coming from. But it's the middle screen and roll, which really spaces out the floor. This time it's Kalates who uses it, the reverse layup up and good. A little trickery there from the Floridian. Good stop. Davis, couple of, well, was he in for 3 seconds? Couple of up fakes, but he can't convert. Walkup in space. Oh, didn't get the shooter's roll. And now all of a sudden this game's breaking out. Great pass ahead to Pierre, who lays it up and into transition. And Kalates emotes. Well, Kalates is 10 assists from 1900. He's already the career assist leader in EuroLeague history. So he continues to set new marks. Great feed by Kalates. And the easy score for Fenerbahce. Well, Fall directing traffic. He's looking for somebody to cut. And Vazenkov does. Lays it up and in. Got a little incident here between Kalates and Vazenkov. They'll know each other well. Kalates, of course, many seasons with Panathinaikos. So they would have played against each other, not in the EuroLeague, but also in the Greek League. So tasty start here. Let's see if we can see what happens. Kalates lays it up and in. I think he's telling, I beg your pardon, Vazenkov lays it up and in, and he's telling Kalates all about it. Fenerbahce up 4 at the first media timeout.
There's a feeling that spreads across the skin, increasing your heart rate and cramping your entire body. You get it when beholding the unexpected, the extraordinary. There's nothing to worry about. We've built up that thrill with every block, with every assist or clutch shot that leads to the moment when everything settles, because it's your emotion that unites us. Well, fans, we are on the way to Kaunas.
The 23rd edition of the modern EuroLeague and the 66th running of the European Championships of Basketball. Of course, things happening in Kaunas. Žalgiris playing Barcelona there. Žalgiris playing for their lives. They need to win tonight to force a Game 4. But we're so pleased that you're here with us. We are in Istanbul. Coach Itoudis, in his first season with Fenerbahce, took CSKA to 2 EuroLeague titles. He's not thinking about that, though. He's just thinking about winning Game 3. Cannon trying to stay with Kalatas. Remember, Olympiacos lead the league in steals. Jonathan Motley for his first action, and Fall really challenges him. Mustafa Fall takes a big step off of Jonathan Motley and says, listen, go ahead and shoot that mid-range jump shot. Let me see what you got. Remember, Jonathan Motley in his first EuroLeague season played with Loco Cuban last year. He is the leading scorer for Fenerbahce. So talk about that. First year in the league, and he leads a team that advanced to the playoffs. It's called for a quick foul. Yeah, he got a good call with his hand in the cookie jar there. He's protested, but the referees have to call that. He had a good grab of Papanikolaou preventing his next movement. That's different from the earlier call against Kalatas, where it was just a bit of an arm bar. That's a little tug, and you can't do that. Now here's Walker. Using that screen again, so patient. The floater, no good. Fall, the tip-in is off the mark. Under a minute to play. Kalatas! His attempt is negated by Fall. Great defense by Mustafa Fall as Olympiacos look to break. K-pop from the corner, no good. Here's Pierre, he's made 1 3 already tonight. Really good defense from Papanikolaou as he stayed strong. Hayes Davis' shot is off the mark, and so we'll see here if Olympiacos go deep in the shot clock. Under 20 seconds to play in the first frame. Walk up in no hurry. He'll start to go when the shot clock's under 10. He'll start going any second now. Maybe leaving it a bit late. It's a pick-the-picker action for Fall. Yeah, really good read by Vazenkov. Missed the shot. And Fall misses the follow-up. Well, Batsukis is remonstrating with Mustafa Fall, who missed an uncontested layup. It's a really good read by Vazenkov. We're not going to see this. So Vazenkov is setting a back pick for Fall. It's a pick-the-picker action. Usually he pops out to shoot a 3, but he actually dives to the basket. He missed a layup, and then Fall missed an uncontested layup. So here's Kalatas. He's going to go at Fall. This block shot sets the break in motion. Olympiacos can't get anything from it. The walk-up's clearly out of bounds there. And it gets both feet back in bounds. Well, Hayes Davis, does he get it up in time? I think he does, you know. Hayes Davis with a shot to end the quarter. It is so loud in here, it's hard to hear the referee's whistles. Hayes Davis with the teardrop. I think he's looking at the audience saying, what'd you expect? Well, we're underway here in the Ochre Sports Hall as Nigel Hayes Davies punctuates the first quarter. And Fenerbahce finished with a 6-point lead after 10 minutes of play. First quarter highlights in Game 3 of this playoff series. Dorsey, he really wants to have a good night tonight. He's had such a slow start to this playoff series. And Vezenkov, he too wants to put his team on his back. He's been outstanding so far, averaging 18.5 points per game. Walkup's been so steady. And Mustafa Falls. Fall plays about 20 minutes. We'll see how Coach Bartzokas rotates him. Vezenkov with 7 points to lead Olympiacos. Tyler Dorsey with 8 to leave Fenerbahce. You can see the battle of the boards. Tony Jakiri with the best performance honors. It is a packed audience. As you can see, Alperen Sengun from the Houston Rockets. What a great tradition of basketball in Turkey. Of course, Cedi Osman also, his face up on the Jumbotron. Cedi Osman also applied his trade in the NBA. Here's your 5 on the floor for Olympiacos who start. Fall. Can't move Motley and turns it over. Good steal by Kalatis. Tyler Dorsey double dribble. Well, a shot partially deflected. We've got a foul here. If it's on Motley, it's his second. It is. He's foul prone. And you can see the quizzical look. Well, he's got both hands in Papanikolaou's back. And when you put your hands on somebody, you're inviting a call from the referee. They'll let you get away with the old arm bar, but second foul on Motley, so Coach Atuda is going to leave him in. Yeah, Papanikolaou just didn't connect with Kostas Sloukas, who's on the floor for his first action. Sloukas rarely starts. Kalatis will come out to take a break. Of course, Nick Kalatis, who's born in Florida, Greek-American heritage, he plays internationally for Greece, so he will know Sloukas and Papanikolaou in national team duties. Thomas Walkup, of course, just naturalized as a Greek player. He's guarding the ball now. Fener come out with Guduric, Dorsey, Motley, Hayes Davis, and Deshaun Pierre. Pierre from the halo converts, uses his length to good effect. Alec Peters in his first season with Olympiacos. Tarek Black on the floor. Here's Sloukas. Pass into Black, who can't convert. Fener look to break. Dorsey in space. Count it! Well, Fenerbahce jump out to their largest lead of the night. It's 9 points. And I love the fact that Dorsey sprints down the floor, gets to the corner. Black powers it up. Just wouldn't fall for him. Did everything right. He bullied Deshaun Pierre, but Black can't convert. Motley wants to go at Peters. Really good help from Thomas Walkup. Just enough to throw off Motley. Here's Sloukas with some pace. Sloukas to the rim. Well, if it's on Motley, it's his third. We'll see how good a teammate Tyler Dorsey is, because in this particular situation, you want to put your hand up if you're Dorsey. It'll definitely be Dorsey there with the reach. wonder when I'm not going to say panic, but you wonder when, as Olympiacos, you get a little bit tight, a little bit nervous. Now, when these two teams, as Slukas steps to the line, Slukas won the EuroLeague title with Fenerbahce in 2017 with coach Željko Obradović. What a job he's doing with Partizan. Before that, he won it in 2012 and 2013 with Olympiacos. He's in the top 10 all-time in games played. As Kostas Slukas. Papanikolaou and Kalatas also. I don't know if they're quite in the top 10, but they are also up there. Slukas, oh, what a great pass by Slukas. He shapes his body to pull the trigger on a three and then feathers a pass into Tariq Black, who lays it up and in. What a fantastic feed by Slukas for the easy deuce. And Olympiacos, who have been struggling here in the opening couple of minutes, trying to hang in there, desperate to get a win in Istanbul.
See the mismatches. He has Slukas on him. And you have Peters on you. So that's the real mismatch. Let him play. But you dictate. He doesn't know. Clear him. We need to target the mismatches. Ex-defense. Hey. Now, we are in ex-defense. Only kissing. We don't need to go immediately next. But we are next. You got Peters. You got Tariq Black. Hey, you got Slukas.
Well, what a raucous crowd it is. You can see the Olympiacos Piraeus brain trust making the journey here to this part of the world. And what a job they have done putting this club together. Last year, advanced to the Final Four in Belgrade. But they've been to the Final Four 7 times in the modern era. 09, 10. They won it back-to-back in 12 and 13. Dorsey's stop and pop is good. 15, 17, and then last year in 2022. 7 trips to the Final Four. Remember, these two teams, whoever wins this series, is going to Konas. McKissick couldn't catch the pass. And a really good foul here by Alec Peters. You see the fans, these knowledgeable fans want an unsportsmanlike foul. I think this one's okay. I think Peters does enough here to make this a legitimate basketball play. But it's an unfortunate turnover because McKissick just couldn't catch the pass. And there's Peters with the foul. You know, the strength of Olympiacos all season has been their ability to move the basketball and score points. At times they have been an absolute joy to watch, but they're struggling here in this first quarter. Dorsey. Motley. Rims out. So Slukas now will set up the offense. There's the mismatch with Motley. Trying to find Black inside. What a great job by Pierre denying the entry pass. The runner from McKissick, no good. Olympiacos struggling to get really good looks. It's really good defense by Fenerbahce. They're defending the screen and roll well. They're getting good matchups. Pierre does a really good job there, denying the entry pass into Tariq Black. And another empty possession here for Olympiacos. Goodrich gets fouled on the drive. Well, it's the second time that Pierre's thrown a behind-the-back pass. It's the second time he's turned it over. Slukas at one. Well, it's the worst type of turnover. Pierre, he's getting a dressing down here from Coach Itudes. It's the second behind-the-back pass that went awry. Nice Euro step here, and the finger roll finish from Slukas. Oh, great camera work. It's definitely a foul from Dorsey. Second foul for Dorsey. Jonathan Motley also with 2 fouls. Olympiacos making a 2-possession game. Motley trying to keep Larenzakis on his back. Yeah, I'll tell you, this is really good from Fenerbahce because they overload one side. They drag the help out. And they isolate Motley. So here's Motley. There's no help coming from the other side. There it is. It's slow from Slukas. He just couldn't catch the pass. But Larenzakis commits a foul, his second. Well, Edwards gets a well-deserved round of applause. His first minutes in Game 3. He had those 16 points in Game 2 to lead Fener to that upset win in Piraeus. Pierre in space. Rims out. He's been a utility knife. Yeah, he's turned it over twice with those 2 behind-the-back passes, but he's shown that he can score inside, he can guard inside, and play on the perimeter. Slukas, at his best, just finds enough space to pull off that 3 and makes it a 1-possession game. Olympiacos want to keep the crowd out of this game, and the best way to do that is to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Great steal by McKissick, super steal. It's a 3-on-2 now. Oh, what a great feed to Black, to the trailer. Well, that's Olympiacos at their best. Sharing the sugar. Peters just can't score, but you gotta love the spacing, the passing. Here's the steal. McKissick sets the break in motion, and so unselfish by Black to the trailer. Peters will be annoyed he didn't get it up over the rim, but he'll go to the line to throw it twice. And that's Olympiacos basketball. Alec Peters in his first season with the Reds. Played for Coach Itudes in CSKA Moscow. Was a 2019 EuroLeague champion with Coach Itudes, so a chance to reacquaint himself, shall we say, here with Coach Itudes in Istanbul. Goodrich, little rhythm dribble, no good. Edwards, I'll tell you what, the fans are behind him. They wanted that shot to go. It's a 2-on-1 here. If Slukas hurries, he'll call his own number. No good. And now it's a 5-on-4. Should Fenerbahce push it? That is a great play by Larenzakis. He makes the save with his foot to give his team a chance to recover defensively. And that's what you need from a guy like Larenzakis. You know, he's going to come in, he's going to do little things. He's going to guard a bit, he's going to foul a bit. He's going to hustle after loose balls. Any points he scores is a bonus. Edwards spins, no good. Motley might have got called for a push. Good spin dribble here by Edwards. It doesn't go. And then his body's on the deck. Peters is trying to point out Jonathan Motley. Instead it's on Larenzakis. He picked up his third, so he'll come out. Pierre, 2 attempts, wouldn't go. With the stick back, and Olympiacos have got themselves in front, up a penny on a 14-2 scoring run. Good composure from the 2-time Czech, that 3-time champions. Guduric got an isolation with Black. Look at Black. Really good defense from Black as he's guarding on the perimeter. Very static offense from Fenerbahce. And look at Black, it's right to the halo. Just can't convert over Guduric. Now Black ends up guarding the point guard. Tarek Black. Yeah, he's got a tough assignment, and that's what transition basketball does for you. So you're no longer in the rhythm of guarding somebody you're supposed to guard. So Black ends up guarding the basketball, and there's the foul. He's going to try to foul a few times so Edwards doesn't get it off. Bartzoka's not happy. We're going to get a break in the action. Tarek Black has been everywhere. And we'll see how much longer he stays on the floor as he just picked up that foul against Carson Edwards. Olympiacos up 1, having been down by double digits earlier in this game.
If you pass the ball in this game, okay?
Yeah, it's really interesting point from Bartzokas. He's making an appeal. Sometimes coaches become like used car salesmen, like, listen, trust me, buy this car, you'll be fine. And he says, look, pass the ball, trust me, you'll be a hero. So in game 2, when Olympiacos lost 82-78, they had just 16 assists. They averaged 22. As the Hull City owner, best ticket in town to get is to come here to the Ultra Sports Hall. They average, I think, close to 23 assists. And when they beat Fenerbahce in Piraeus, all the way back in round 13, they had 26 assists. That led to his 27-point victory. So the message from Bartzokas is to keep the ball moving. They're so good, Olympiacos, at reversals, too, and getting that defense going side to side, stretching it out. As Edwards converts both free throws, there's Devin Booker, Nemanja Bjelica. I think Scotty Wilbekin just over Bjelica's right shoulder. There he is. It's 2 bad knees and a bad calf in that corner. Yes, Lucas, a little hesitation dribble. He goes at Jakiri. Jakiri can't stay with him. Edwards lets fly, knocks it down. Well, Carson Edwards, he played his collegiate basketball at Purdue University. And he won the Jerry West Award in college in 2018 for the best shooting guard in the American collegiate ranks. That one was from deep. feed inside to Black. And Black draws the foul. Ribenovic with the foul here. He's exposed and he's trying to get that foul in as quick as possible. Tarek Ribenovic. When does Vezenkov come back onto the floor? It's a good question, actually, as Black will toe the line. Vezenkov hasn't played in the second quarter. He played every minute in the first quarter. Not in foul trouble. I don't know if we're going to see him this quarter. Under 2 to play. Pass inside, and it's again Ribenovic. He's querying the call, but this is an expendable foul, really. The only problem is for Fenerbahce is it's sending a shooter to the line, and an outstanding shooter at that. Alec Peters. Peters shot 95% from the stripe through the regular season, so we're going to get a stoppage in play. Doesn't look like Vezenkov is coming back. Walkup stays on the bench. Olympiacos up 2 on the road against Fenerbahce. Well, you can hear how loud it is. Great to see the great and the good are here, and all credit to our production crew to show you these dignitaries and celebrities gracing this competition. You can see Edward has to get right up close to hear Coach Atunis. Look at those wide eyes of that young fan. Goodrich turns the corner. One pass up to Edwards, who probes. Penetration in pitch basketball. It's a travel. It's a real good demonstration of how to penetrate in pitch. It's definitely a travel. The referee's bang on the money. He's going to drag his pivot foot here on the jump stop. Watch. I know it's definitely a travel to the naked eye. The referees are spot on as much as Fenerbahce don't like it. Binasan with the travel and the turnover. Again, they go inside the Black. The defense collapses. Back out to Slukas. Good inside-out basketball by Olympiacos as Fenerbahce collapse on Jakiri. And he kicks it out to Slukas, who's got the hot hand. Slukas, 2 for 3 from behind the arc. Goodrich drives. Is it on Peters? More Black. Guduric gets deep. And it's Tariq Black who picks up the foul. So with 18 seconds left now, who does Coach Bartzokas bring in here to manage the end of this first half? Just having a quick chat to the referee. Your score here as both coaches trying to manage the last couple seconds here in the first half.
Okay, so I get the ball, pass the ball on Costas, and then use the flag. We have shooters everywhere. I want a good shooter and two skater who will dive inside. Remember,
take a look here at Tyler Dorsey. Dorsey, of course, played for Olympiacos last year. Was quiet in games 1 and 2. And he's certainly making his presence known so far. He's got 13 points as the halftime intermission beckons. Scoring at 2 levels there. Getting to the rack and shooting from distance. Again, Dorsey, when he decided to leave the NBA and come back onto the European stage. Certainly had a conversation with Olympiacos, but they were happy with Isaiah Cannon. And so he went elsewhere. There's the captain, Meli Mamatolu, captain of Fenerbahce. Kostas Antetokounmpo on the floor for his first action, number 37 for Fenerbahce. What an athlete he is. Seconds left. Slukas and Papanikolaou, they get their wires crossed. Now they get the spacing right. Slukas gonna have to hurry a bit. Pulls the trigger over Jakiri. It's off the heel of the rim. Guduric will let fly. Does he get it off in time? Well, it's academic. It doesn't go in. And so not the best offense down the stretch from Olympiacos, as Slukas and Papanikolaou seem to have some miscommunication. An empty possession for Olympiacos. As we go to the halftime intermission, stay with us, fans. We're going to try to get some of the players before they go into the halftime changing rooms. In the meantime, here's your score at halftime. It's Fenerbahce 35, Olympiacos 38. We're going courtside to talk to Kostas Slukas.
No stranger to these rims. You guys came out aggressive in the second quarter and got the lead back. How do you see the rhythm of the game so far?
It's a very difficult court over here. I know very good. So we have to be aggressive 40 minutes. I'm not satisfied because in the beginning we didn't play solid. We have to continue better on defense and play better offense.
Thank you.
Well, better on defense and better on offense, says Slukas. He's been productive. 13 points for Slukas at halftime. We're going to talk to his former teammate, Tyler Dorsey, also with a baker's dozen.
Tyler, they came back in the second quarter to get the lead back, but you've been aggressive on the defensive end of the game. What do you have to do in the second to get the lead back and win this game?
We got to stay focused. We got to do better, and we can't get comfortable. We got comfortable, and we lost the lead, and it's a game of runs, so we got to stay laser focused for the second half.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Fenerbahce were out to a double-digit lead, and they really jumped on Olympiacos early. Maybe lost some concentration, lost some focus, says the man from Pasadena, California. Of course, Dorsey plays internationally for Greece. He has done since he was a teen. And you can see it's 13 points apiece for Dorsey and Slukas. Slukas getting his nose on the backboard, too, with a couple of rebounds to try and help the team effort. At halftime, the visitors, Olympiacos, up 3.
Turkish Airlines, 7 Days, BKT, Adidas, Fedcom, Adu Prime, and Ultimate Champions. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
First half highlights in this Game 3 of the playoffs. Fenerbahce jumped out to an early lead. Pace and scoring by Tyler Dorsey with 13. Tony Jakiri has 7. Great to see the fans enjoying it. I'm not too sure Coach Patsokas is. Well, his point guard Slukas with 13. Great feed there to Tariq Black. The only assist that Slukas had in that half. Dorsey showing he can score at multiple levels. And Slukas going right at his former teammate in a finger roll finish. You can see what it means to the Olympiacos players. Slukas has been carrying them. We'll see how things progress here in the second half. Sasha Vezenkov had 7 in the first quarter, didn't play in the second quarter. We'll take one more look at the numbers before we send you to some halftime content. Battle of the boards quite close. 6 turnovers is pretty good. And the assists also very close. Neither team shooting particularly well from behind the arc. Well, it's halftime here in this Game 3 between Fenerbahce and Olympiacos. The visitors are up by 3.
Con 21 años empecé a entrenar aquí, estuve 9 años en la cantera. Estuve 5 años como entrenador ayudante del primer equipo desde el año 99 hasta el 2004 y después estuve en una etapa muy feliz junto a Pablo Lasso como ayudante durante 8 años. Ese ha sido un poco el periplo que me ha llevado hasta aquí y bueno, realmente son muchos años como ayudante en este club al que amo muchísimo y al que, pues bueno, obviamente es el club de mi vida.
After a 13-year association with Los Blancos, this season Chus Mateo was handed the reins of the EuroLeague's most decorated club, being named head coach of Real Madrid.
Bueno, pues es primero una ilusión muy grande y por supuesto una responsabilidad grande, porque sabes que hay mucha gente pendiente de que lo que vayamos a hacer salga bien y te sientes responsabilizado sin duda, ¿no? Pero a la par muy ilusionado, muy feliz por poder bueno, pues, ser quien encabece, digamos, o quien lidere un grupo de jugadores que también están muy ilusionados con hacer una buena participación en Euroliga y ojalá que llevemos a buen puerto estas ilusiones que ahora tenemos a principio de temporada. Pablo, pues tanto como persona como entrenador, para mí siempre será pues un referente, ¿no? Creo que hemos pasado 8 años juntos, hemos reído juntos, hemos llorado juntos y hemos aprendido muchas cosas. Creo que yo muchas de él, sin duda. Las 2 Euroligas ganadas junto a Pablo en 2015 y en 2018 pues han sido 2 puntos para recordar, 2 hitos que desde luego siempre permanecerán en mi memoria, ¿no?
Now the main man, Mateo rode a rocky start with 3 defeats in the first 5 games before taking Madrid top of the standings. A record 11th EuroLeague title the target.
Bueno, tiene diferentes jugadores, tiene jugadores que van a ser probablemente referentes también en nuestro estilo de juego, con lo cual algo diferente es posible que sea. Me gustaría mantener unas señas de identidad que vienen rigiendo nuestro equipo desde hace ya unos años, mantener un estilo que obviamente ha dado resultado y tratar de no perder esa esencia que tiene el Real Madrid de competir siempre hasta el final.
Great person, great coach. Many of the Croatian players before that I used to play with when I was a kid told me a lot of great things about him. Obviously, he was assistant coach on the highest level for many years. the system just works naturally. And the most important, of course, he will still have to be used to the new role, which is not so new for him because he was around so much. But on the side, that I think it's the most important that he's such a great person.
Yo creo que el Real Madrid es un club histórico a nivel de Euroliga. Tenemos 10 Euroligas ganadas. Es un club que siempre ha estado en Final Four, que siempre ha sido respetado por sus valores y por su forma de jugar, ¿no? Creo que a nivel europeo es un club admirado y no puede ser otra cosa para mí. Es el club más grande seguramente que, en mi opinión, existe en Europa.
This is my kick bag. Oh, let's see what's happening. First item. Oh, buyout, wedding ring, need that. Oh, I will not be living if I lose that. You know, love you, baby. Whoa, you know I gotta keep my Mom Dukes around. I don't know if you can see that, buyout, yeah. You know, my mom passed away in 2014 when I was in college. So, you know, I gotta keep that wrap around me at all costs. Of course, you know, I got my shoes. I don't know if you can see them, but I got shoes on. I need my shoes. Buyout, phone, just in case I gotta call the police on Alpha Diello. Yeah, I'm calling them on you, boy. And last but not least, buyout, the visuals. I need these because I will not see anything and I will be guarding the coach on the sideline if I didn't have these on. So, wow, this is my kick bag.
Turkish Airlines, 7 Days, BKT, Adidas, Fedcom, Ardu Prime, and Ultimate Champions. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Welcome back here to live action from Istanbul. Halftime here as Fenerbahce are down 3 against Olympiacos. Tyler Dorsey with 13 for the hosts and 13 for Kostas Sloukas, who of course used to play here. Sloukas was with Fenerbahce for several seasons actually, and he won that 2017 EuroLeague title. Here's a look at the distribution of scoring. So 13 each for Sloukas and Dorsey respectively. Jakiri with 7. Sloukas was with Olympiacos for 5 seasons between 2015 and 2020. Barcelona up over Žalgiris, that game in Kaunas. And Žalgiris need to win to force a game 4. Barcelona looking to get back to the Final Four again this year. They were there last year. Of course, Thomas Satoransky in his first season with Barcelona. Jokubaitis a chance to play in his native Lithuania in the series, as is coach Jesse Kavicius, who's leading Barcelona. We're going to try to get the coaches as they come out of the halftime changing rooms. We'll get their thoughts on the opening 20 minutes of play. We're going to get the Fenerbahce coach, Coach Atudis, to get his thoughts on what his team needs to do here in the second half just to get the win.
Coach, you got an early lead in the game by 11 points, but what went down in the second quarter? How would you explain the game so far?
Well, our turnovers was significant on the second quarter, 4 turnovers, which was translated as fast break points. We were not composed enough, and also Olympiacos went to the line 9 times and they scored all 9.
Thank you, Coach.
Well, Olympiacos were perfect from the line, 9 of 9. His team were pretty doggone good too. They were 8 of 8. So both teams shooting well, except from behind the arc, 30%, a little lower than you would like as a club. You want to get to about 40% from behind the rainbow, and inside, also very low. You want to get to about 50%, showing you that defensively, Olympiacos really bearing down. Low scoring for both teams. We're going to talk now to Coach Patsokis and get his thoughts on Olympiacos' play.
Coach, after the first quarter, how do you see the reaction of your bench and the contribution from them so far? What do you expect in the second half?
I expect contribution from everybody. We need everybody's contribution today. Not only with scoring, you know, everything is important. Rebounding, hustling, diving for the ball, passing the ball. We control through our defense. We can do even better job, not allowing some layups in the beginning of the game. And we need to control the pace of the game, which is very important.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you.
Well, the thoughts there of Coach Patsokis. His team also 30% from behind the arc. Just a touch better inside, but you know, he had that appeal in one of his timeouts. Look, pass the ball, you'll be a hero. Neither team really getting a chance to move the ball as well as they would like. Sasha Vezenkov, if you're wondering, has just 7 points, played 10 minutes, didn't play in the second quarter at all. So we'll see how long he plays here. Very similar for Thomas Walkup as well. Walkup was rooted to the bench for most of the second period. Look at that, points off turnover, 10 points. I would imagine Kostas Lukas will garner best performance honors in this quarter. And right on cue, he surely did. 13 points. Look at that, 3 rebounds as well. He right now is the leading rebounder for Olympiacos. We'll see who Coach Patsokis sends out here to start the second half. Jonathan Motley, remember, in a little bit of foul trouble. He got 2 quick ones. We haven't seen Joel Bolamboy yet. Remember, the bench gets a little bit shorter during the playoff season. Plenty of yellow and blue, the colors of Fenerbahce. Everyone's got some snacks at halftime, and they are ready for second half action. Well, Olympiacos in the white uniforms, Fenerbahce in the blue. If you're just joining us from somewhere else, a very warm welcome to you here to Istanbul. This game 3, series level at a game apiece. Olympiacos come out with Cannon, Walkup, Fall, Vezenkov, and Papanikolaou, same way they started. Walkup off the window, no good. The runner gets his own rebound. And inside it goes to Fall. Look at the defense. Look at the defense of Hayes Davis as he stays glued to Vezenkov, forcing a jump ball. You can see the ball going through Mustafa Fall's hands quite a bit, but great defense by Nigel Hayes Davies as he forces the jump ball. Fenerbahce have got Jakiri, Pierre, Hayes Davis, Kalatis, and Dorsey on the floor to start this third quarter. There's your 5 on the floor for the hosts. Jakiri exchanging with Dorsey in a 2-man game. Dorsey going this way, going that way. His shot off the mark. Jakiri's shot blocked by Fall. Hayes Davis quiet offensively in the opening 20 minutes. And Fall gets called for a foul here as he reaches. Great block there by Mustafa Fall, his second. A really good hesitation by Kalatis. He just couldn't finish the little runner. K-Pop. His pass intercepted by Dorsey, who read it well. And again, we start with another defensive battle. Dorsey's shot, no good. Ends up on his backside. He's looking for the license plate of the truck that hit him. Candace steps into a three. Off the mark. You can see what it means to the fans as they're trying to help the refs out. Really good closeouts by Olympiacos. They're contesting everything, and finally Jakiri gets off an elbow jump shot. Vazenkov, quick three, no good. That's part of his game. He's got a quick release. Made his first three in the opening minutes. Jakiri. He's got a mismatch on count and doesn't back him down. And Kalatis knocks down a three. Nick Kalatis with a timely three. Shoots 34% from behind the arc, not his forte. Now he's going to have to defend. Vazenkov gets some love from the rim with that shot from the dots. He's so long, he's got a high release. He's listed at 206, but he plays more like he's 210, 211. Pierre. Yeah, good demonstration of how you push and pull with penetration basketball. So Kalatis gets deep in his penetration, and Pierre just pushes down into the corner. Yeah, Fall's looking to facilitate. He's not looking to score from that post position. Vazenkov off the mark. Really good defense by Hayes Davis. Now Kalatis pushes the pace. Yeah, Dorsey used the drag screen from Jakiri well to open up a shooting opportunity. I tell you what, the Fenerbahce fans were on their feet, but it wouldn't fall for him. Walkups three, short. He struggled tonight, trying to find his form. Walkup, 0 for 2 from behind the arc, 1 from 5 from inside it. Good step through move by Jakiri. As Kalatis manufactures something in a semi-transition. Everything from Vishenkov is contested, and Fall can't space the floor. Can Papanikolaou space it? That won't go. Tip in from walk-up off the mark, and Olympiacos are 3 for 15 from behind the rainbow. All of a sudden, the Fenerbahce fans feeling the momentum slipping their way, on their feet. Jakiri with the baseline jump shot. It won't go. Dorsey now trying to guard. Vishenkov gets away with a push. Really good cut from walk-up, and he moves it on one pass. This is better now from Olympiacos. Guys cutting, the ball's moving. Nice give by walk-up. And Jakiri with the foul. Well, we're going to get our first break here in the second half. Fenerbahce 45, Olympiacos 40. And the Partizan crowd lifting their voices to the rafters of the Yoker Sports Hall.
We opened it. And they also play different. Now they play relaxed basketball, and that's it.
They are focused on the play, so keep going. 2 sets, okay, guys?
So we've mic'd up the referees this season, and all thanks to them for allowing us to be part of their conversations, getting you inside the game. I tell you, there is a raucous atmosphere here. And they can be pleased with how Fenerbahce have played to start this second half. Jakiri been a focal point, lots going through his hands. And Kalatis, as you know, knows how to find an open man. Kalatis with 5 assists. He needs 10 to get to 1900. Well, Fall will step to the line. These two teams met in the 2017 EuroLeague final in the Sinan Erdem Dome, which is the home of Anadolu Efes, just across the Bosphorus. And only a couple of players left from that game, so Meli Mamatolu, the only player left on the Fenerbahce roster. Olympiacos, Kostas Papanikolaou played for Olympiacos that night, but Slukas played for Fenerbahce. Of course, he's now back with the club he started on the EuroLeague, Olympiacos. So the only 3 players still around. Spanoulis had 9 points, Milutinov had 10 points for Olympiacos, who came up short 80-64. Fener paced by Bogdan Bogdanovic, but it was Ekpe Udo who won the MVP in that Final Four. Kalatis has made 1 there from there already. That's no good. Dorsey trying to go downhill, and he does at Vishenkov. That's an area where Vishenkov will struggle to guard in the perimeter. Yeah, he goes into a crowd. We'll see who draws the foul. Could have been any one of 3. I think Vishenkov gets the first contact. I tell you, look at these fans. So that foul was on Isaiah Cannon. There's Vishenkov. Sluka's on the floor now for his first action. Yes, I tell you, the defense of Fenerbahce really getting Olympiacos out of their sets. They're look at the box out from Jakiri is outstanding. Olympiacos on heaving hopes. They're not moving the ball enough, but that is testament to the defense that Žalgiris are playing, and Tudis has got a good plan for them. Vajetkov is going to come out. A little frustrated. Peters will come in. Shot from Kalatis changes direction as he goes through his legs. And he's just been doing enough. You can see what Vajetkov is so frustrated. He's got to get himself composed. He's had a good playoff series so far with 19 and 18 points in games 1 and 2, but he has been smothered. The question is Lucas in the act of shooting here? Papanikolaou wide open off a back cut, and that's too easy if you're Fenerbahce. Really good execution for Olympiacos. Papanikolaou comes off of a back pick, wide open, and lays it up and in on the basket interference call. Well, all EuroLeague fan voting is open, fans. Take part in choosing your EuroLeague MVP, your first and second teams. You can vote until May 11th. Remember, of course, the Euro Cup finals are tonight. Jerry and Grant chosen as the MVP in that season. That game getting just underway in Gran Canaria. Our colleagues Ronnie McIntosh and Martin Henley with the call. And Jakiri right now has been a good option for Fenerbahce. Jakiri with 13. It's almost like Fenerbahce know they've got Olympiacos so well scouted. And you can see Kalatis is protesting. He thinks that Slukas is a little bit of play acting here, which he is. These two players will know each other from national team duties. You can see Kalatis saying, look, there's a lot of play acting here. He's such a good defender, Kalatis. It's his third. 7 points and 6 assists. Had a tough year with Barcelona last year and decided to come over here, play for the Fenerbahce coach duties. There's the bailout pass to fall. He can't convert. You know, they've always got that. You can throw it high to fall, but it's another layup that he has missed. He's appealing for a call. He's not going to get one. Yeah, spacing wasn't right from Hayes Davis. He's too close to Pierre. Hayes Davis goes at Peters and misses. It is so physical. Walk up, trying to find some fluency. Really good transition defense here from Fenerbahce. Olympiacos just can't find. Yeah, that's better. Oh, what a great block from Jakiri. Peters wants a goaltending call. You can see it, Tudis jumping up and down, saying, slow down, fellas, slow it down. Well, Jekiri had a clean look at his shot inside the paint. He's got a good mid-range jump shot. He moves it out to Hayes Davies, who can't convert. Carson Edwards at the scorer's table, ready to come in. Slukas. Nifty lay-in by Slukas. He goes to the left hand. He's been a bright spark for Olympiacos, who struggled. Goodurich, no good. Had to get it off quickly as the third quarter was drawing to a close. And at the end of 30 minutes of play, well, it's a goaltending call. Did the referees miss this? Well, we can't see. We'd have to see it again. I thought it touched the backboard first. It's the wrong angle there. The first angle looked like it had hit the backboard. Peter seems to think it did. The referees let the game go. Could that be a critical moment in this game as Fenerbahce are up 6? Third quarter highlights here in this game 3. Jekiri was the go-to guy in that third quarter for Fenerbahce. Jekiri with 13 points, 5 of 7 from the floor, perfect from the line. And Kalatis has been moving the basketball. He has 6 assists and 7 points, but it was Jekiri really who was the focal point of the offense for Fenerbahce in that third quarter. Slukas doing what he can for Olympiacos. He's got 15 points again to Jekiri. I think that's goaltending. You can't tell from that angle, but the first angle looked like it was goaltending. Peters right away appeals for it, but look at that three-point shooting for Olympiacos, 19%. It's anemic, 3 of 16. And as a club this year, they've shot 38% as a team. Just 11 assists, which is well below their average of 22. Jekiri, best performance. Everybody knows the words to this song. Well, 10 minutes to pick a winner here in game 3. Fenerbahce won 1 on the road in Piraeus, so Piraeus have to do the same. Could it be tonight, or will Fenerbahce win their home game? Goodurich again to Jekiri, and again the same result. Mid-range jump shot from Jekiri. Oh, he's having a good night. Let's get the fives organized. Olympiacos come out with walk-up, Black, Peters, Slukas, and Papanikolaou. Slukas, he loves that left-handed reverse layup as he goes at Goodurich. Fenerbahce come out with Goodurich, Edwards, Pierre, and Hayes Davis. I don't think Pierre and Hayes Davis have come off the floor. Yeah, good matchup here between the two lefties, Goodurich and Slukas. Yeah, nice give and go between Hayes Davis and Jekiri. Really nice. Feet to the post and cut. And look at the Tootie, he's working so hard on the sideline. Slukas, will it count? Will it count? Had he picked up the basketball, the whistle was early. I think he dribbles one more time there. I don't think this should count. I don't think this should count. He dribbled one more time. Walkup's going to come out. McKissick's going to come in. Has yet to score tonight, Shaquille McKissick. Jonathan Motley, he's putting a bid to be on the All-EuroLeague first team. Well, the basket did count. Lucas might have got away with one there. When does Cannon come back? You know, he'll help you space the floor. He made those 6 of 7 threes. Motley. Goodrich just steps inside while he was in two minds there. And Motley got 2 offensive rebounds in that possession. It's hard to get Tony Jakiri off the floor for as well as he is playing. Vazenkov with the foul. Motley from Houston, Texas originally, as is Carson Edwards. 2 years between the two players, 27 and 25 years of age. Vazenkov. Got nothing easy. A good check out by Hayes Davis. And Black trying to do something to help his club out. Really good closeout by Hayes Davis on the Vazenkov 3. If it's Motley, it's his 3rd. Can't believe it. Probably got away with one before that, to be honest. But Black gets that offensive rebound, and when you're struggling to score, those are gold dust. Olympiacos have got 9 offensive rebounds. Fenerbahce 8. Battle of the boards is pretty close, 32 and 30. Advantage to Olympiacos. Just 1 free throw for Black. Black can't believe it. It's been a slow, deliberate game for the most part. It's like 2 heavyweight fighters. There you go, just going at it, banging. And Motley remonstrates for the call. He got it. Motley, round 7 MVP. He had 25 points and 10 rebounds against Crvena Zvezda, double-double. Round 19, he had 22 points and 17 rebounds against Bayern. Another weekly MVP honor for him. Yeah, I really don't think this is good entry pass. It's just obviously this one goes out of bounds, but as a rule of thumb, it's just a high looping pass. It's so high it allows defenses to rotate to it. That one is too long. It's a 10th turnover against Olympiacos. Upstairs, and Motley lays it up and in. Nifty feed from Goodrich. And the first time we've seen an alley-oop combination. Goodrich and Motley for the picture perfect 2. McKissick just keeps weaving. and finds space to lay it up and in. He needs to get going because he can get stuff off the bounce a little bit. That's Ken Slukas. Vazenkov with 9. Struggled this fourth quarter for sure. Edwards. Like a sniper looking for a shot. That one's no good. Papanikolaou is going to step into a 3. And that's off the mark. And the three-point woes continue for Olympiacos. They're 3 for 18. That's as good a look as you're going to get. And Papanikolaou missed it. Slukas. Yeah, that's a better entry pass. Black lays it up and in. So much better, the bounce pass, as opposed to that high looping pass. Good feed by Slukas. And Black powers it up and in. It's a tactical game. 5-on-5 basketball as teams try to unlock defenses. Edwards can't get it. Vazenkov knocks it out of the cylinder. McKissick goes a distance and converts. Shaquille McKissick putting some athleticism into this game. And Olympiacos trying to dig in mentally. It's grinded out basketball with just over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Guduric wants to break down Vazenkov. Vazenkov gets away with a foul. It's clearly a foul on Vazenkov, not called. It's a tough pass. I know Black is isolated inside, and you get away with it, but he's in a hand battle with Guduric. We can't really see his numbers. Watch this from Vazenkov. Remember, once the ball strikes the rim, anybody can touch it, offensive or defensive. Guduric probably got away with a foul too. McKissick's looking for it. Well, we got a stoppage in play in what has been an enthralling contest. Fener up 3 here as both teams trying to grind out a victory in the magical city of Istanbul. Well, as we've been doing all season, a chance to bring you tonight's Turkish Airlines flight time. We identify somebody who goes airborne. This one from Mustafa Fall elevates and converts the feed from Thomas Walkup. And one of very few easy baskets for Olympiacos. Well, just looking down the bench for Olympiacos, Joe Bolamboy yet to play. Yanulis Lorenzaikis played just 5 minutes. Mihailis Luntsis, he hasn't played. The bench is short for Fenerbahce. Kostas Antetokounmpo played 18 seconds. The captain, Meli Mamatolu, hasn't played at all. And Tarik Babinovic, 2.5 minutes. So minutes are tight this time of year. Lucas, pass inside to Black, and he converts as they continue to work that screen and roll action. Black more mobile than Fall. Black with 9 points. Now he's going to guard against Motley. His shot is too strong. Olympiacos now a chance to get themselves in front. They have not had a lead for a long time. Slukas. Quick release by Slukas. Batokas is appealing to move the basketball, but you know, Slukas has been good tonight. 2 for 5 from behind the rainbow. He's 5 of 5 from inside. He's got 20 points. Dorsey dispossessed. K-pop. Rattles the rim, and great work by McKissick, who keeps it alive. Vazenkov lays it up and in. Good recognition. As Vazenkov had his former teammate Tyler Dorsey sealed in a mismatch. And Vazenkov, who has 11, that basket gets Olympiacos up a penny here in Istanbul. Timeout here, a chance for us to bring you tonight's 7 days magic moment. Our production crew picks something out here for you. I love this passing and the block shot by Tony Jakiri. Well, wasn't a block shot right there. That's the best angle. I think that's goaltending, and the production crew bring it to you. It's wow. Officially, it's a block. I think Alec Peters is appealing. You have to check some Twitter feeds tonight to see what people think about that one. I think the first look at it might have shown you that Black got away with the goaltending. Good defense by Olympiacos. Coming out of the timeout, they get a steal. Vazenkov knocks it down, and that's Olympiacos basketball. Moving, spacing, keeping the basketball humming between Slukas, Papanikolaou, McKissick, and then Vazenkov. And Olympiacos are up 4. Yeah, good hard-nosed drive by Tyler Dorsey. He showed he can get to the rack tonight. Little curl cut. And then rugged and durable on the bounce as he converts. Yeah, there's no doubt of the contact. Papanikolaou protesting, but that's a good call by the referee. Dorsey, 17 tonight. Make it 18. Dorsey joined Fenerbahce in round 27. And he's got a season high tonight. He just set it. His previous season high was 17 against FS. And again, Slukas. He's got that nifty reverse lay-in with the left hand. He goes to the far side of the rim. I think that's a pass from Kalantis. It is. How did Jakiri find Dorsey? Rattles home the 3. And Tyler Dorsey says, give it me. Tyler Dorsey with 20. Got a point to prove against his old club. I love this change of direction from McKissick. His 3 no good. We're knotted up at 66 each with 2 minutes to play. Playoff basketball in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. And neither team can shake free of the other in this one. The hot hand, Dorsey wants to back up Vazenkov. He's going to try and go downhill. Kicks to Kalantis. You'll live with that. I'll tell you what, you'll live with that if you're Olympiacos. But Kalantis knocks it down. Nick Kalantis in space. How often do you see this? It's usually the other way around. Kalantis penetrates and pitches to Dorsey. But a reverse whistle rolls, and the 33 for Fener knocks down the 3. Nick Galatas with 10 points. Would you believe it? He's 2 or 3 from behind the arc. That way, baby, really enjoying himself. As is Meli Mamatolu, the captain, hasn't played tonight. Got the best seat in the house. When does Walkup come back onto the floor? Well, you got to keep Slukas on. Slukas has got 22 points and 5 assists. He's your best player, so he has to stay. Vazenkov is laboring with 14. Papanikolaou 6. Black 9 and McKissick 4. So do you stay with McKissick or do you bring Walkup on the floor? Right now, Coach Partsokas is staying with McKissick. Black got a mismatch on Galatas, who gets called for the hold. Black will go to the stripe. Galatas picks up his 4th, so he's got to be careful. Well, there's the answer to the question that we just posed. So Walkup's going to come on the floor. One of the best defenders in the EuroLeague. And Black will toe the line. Tariq Black's been good tonight. He's 3 of 4 from the line. He shoots 71%. And has done this season. And he's shooting into a wall of yellow arms. He misses the first. Black also a mid-season acquisition for Olympiacos. Well, let me correct myself, off-season acquisition. He misses both. Chance to make it a 2-possession game here with just over a minute to play. The Fenerbahce faithful, so prominent in this one. Dorsey wants to break down Black. Picked up his dribble a little too early. Hayes Davis checks the shot clock. Hayes Davis lets fly. Got it! Nigel Hayes Davis lets it fly! And the fans are getting really close to the referee. You can see the Fenerbahce fans are apologizing. Well, is it good or not? Hayes Davis rises. Does he get it off? He doesn't. Great work by our production crew. It's not going to count. And Coach Atutis needs to keep his cool. Coach Atutis is upset with somebody. Guduric into me, he says, I'm good. Referee's going to review this.
Okay.
It's
Give me
definitely...
different angle. The ball is in the air. The ball is in the hand.
I understand.
Clock, red light, red light. Go. Okay. So 1:06 on the game clock. 1:06.
So a minute 6 to go. The basket will not count. What a big basket that would have been for Fenerbahce. So a 1-possession game, 3 points the difference. If you're Olympiacos, you don't need a 3. see how they manage this possession. Do they go deep in the shot clock, or do they want something quick? Olympiacos, who average 22 assists, just have 15 so far. Walk up trying to get a trip to the line. Almost did. Kalatis is blanketing Slukas, completely denying Slukas. Slukas finally comes back to the ball. Vajenkov, let's fly with a three. Got it! Opa! Sasha Vajenkov with a three to knot the game at 69 each. He's labored all night. He's had to work hard all night. Finally gets a reasonable look, and he knocks it down. Sasha Vajenkov leveling the score at 69 each here in the Ulker Sports Hall, right in the face of this Partizan Fenerbahce crowd. I love this game. Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Basketball at its best. Well, Vajenkov, he's been quiet tonight. I say quiet, he's got 17, but he's had to work hard for everything. He started the game brightly, got the first touch for a three. And then we saw the frustration he showed in the first half. He came off and he was being consoled by the trainer. What a ball game here. This series, game one, Olympiacos won comfortably, 79-68. Game two so close. Fener took it 82-78. You can see the two Greek coaches. Martsokas on the left, looks like he's played about 40 minutes. Coach Atuni's a little bit more composed on the right, although he was agitated a moment ago. Now, Fenerbahce, both teams are in the penalty. Dorsey's been your hot hand. He's locked down by Walkup, one of the best defenders in the EuroLeague. Papanikolaou comes over to help out. Dorsey, the runner, high up the window, no good. Who's got the rebound? Into the hands of Walkup. It's just stolen! Pierre stole the ball! Deshaun Pierre stole the ball from Walkup! This is your ball game. Knotted up at 69 each, 10 seconds to go. Guduric, pump fakes, let's go, got it! Well, what the steal by Deshaun Pierre! He stole the ball from Thomas Walkup. And then Guduric breaks down Papanikolaou and knocks down the jump shot. Marko Guduric with a shot that could win it for Fenerbahce. The up fake unsettles Papanikolaou, and Guduric sends this crowd into raptures. It's the only shot he's made tonight. Can you believe it? Marko Guduric, with the only shot from the floor he's made, puts Fenerbahce up to 71-69.
Okay.
So we can listen to Coach Martsokas now. Martsokas sends his team out. They've got 3.8 seconds. There's the ownership team of Olympiacos. With 3.8 seconds, somebody's got a chance to get a couple of dribbles if need be. Here's a shot from Guduric. It's the only shot he's made from the floor. He's got 4 points. The other two from the free throw line. Been quiet, but a big one. Now, with 3.8 seconds left, Olympiacos have the ball in their front court. Look at the emotion of Guduric. Fenerbahce cannot afford the foul. They will send a shooter to the line. Look at the fans standing up. It's like old school basketball. They're packing him in the arena. Walk up to bring it out of bounds. Slukas flashes back, gets it. Slukas weaves. If it goes, it'll win it. It goes! Opa! Kostas Slukas! Kalimera! Kalispera! Kalinikta! Good night, Istanbul! Kostas Slukas with a chance to win it here.
The beginning, no.
The beginning.
When you start the clock, Ika.
Go, yes.
You start the clock.
Yeah, from the beginning. They play from the beginning.
Play from the beginning.
Yeah.
To see how the clock started.
Okay. Start the time.
Okay.
Go.
Now we go.
Now we go frame by frame.
Frame by frame.
Yes.
Very slowly.
No, you go. Okay. So the game clock started on time. Go. Shot on time.
Yeah.
Basket on time. No time left.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Ball game.
Thank you.
And Kostas Slukas wins it in dramatic fashion. Itoudis and Bartzokas embrace. What a ball game. We did say with 3.9 seconds left, someone's got a chance to put it on the floor a few times. Slukas did. He's been outstanding tonight. You cannot fault the defense. It's a good check out by Nigel Hayes-Davis as he pops out from behind the screen. Look at that, Slukas. Unbelievable, Kostas Slukas. One more time, Kostas Slukas. Kalimera, Kalispera, and Kalinikta. Opa! Slukas with the winner. Vazenkov. Oh, what a ball game. Here's your final score in this one. Fenerbahce 71, Olympiacos 72 in Game 3 of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague playoffs. We'll stay with us, fans, as we wrap this one up. What a dramatic ending. And Slukas will be embraced by every Olympiacos fan here in the arena. There's not many of them. We're trying to grab him to get his thoughts for the interview. He looks exhausted. 25 points from Slukas. He was 3 of 6 from behind the rainbow. He embraces his teammate. And then the owners, who looked so worried moments ago, look at the elation on the ownership group. And Slukas is gonna step off. And you gotta give credit too to the Istanbul fans here, the Fenerbahce fans who played their part in this. Look at this, Olympiacos, they shot 25% from behind the arc. That is woeful. They only made 6 of 24 threes, but Slukas rattled home one in the end to win it. The battle of the boards close. Both teams good with the basketball, 12 and 10 turnovers respectively. Mustafa Fall with 3 blocks. And I tell you, Olympiacos and Fenerbahce, both teams labored offensively. They average over 80 points. They didn't get there tonight, but tonight's player of the game, none other than Kostas Slukas. At times, he was the only one who could find the bottom of the basket. He certainly found it there at the end. Little sweep move, and he just times it perfectly. Look at that. It's just tremendous. A true buzzer beater. He's looking for somebody to hug. Well, he used to play for this club as well. I think he wants to go into the changing room as if to say, don't let me back. We've got him now. We grabbed him. We've got him courtside to get his thoughts on the win.
Of course, you are tired. You're trying to rest over here. Very dramatic way to win on the road. It was, you guys were clutch. You, Sasha, and you were amazing. How do you feel? I mean, you're no stranger to these rims. I told this to you at the halftime, so congratulations.
First of all, we come here and we know that it's very difficult to play against this team. They're always prepared for the games. They have a tough court, as we saw. A very difficult game, and I think in crucial moments we are solid. Okay, I scored the last shot, but I think totally we play good defense. Okay, in offense we didn't make some good decisions. Anyway, we make 2-1, and we have 2 opportunities now. First of all, in 2 days to finish the series, but I know that's very difficult.
And you said you didn't make good decisions in the offense, but Fenerbahce's defense was really tough to go over today. So what do you expect in the fourth? As you said, it's going to be a tough game again, but what do you expect over there?
Of course, it will be tough games, and we see that after our winning, they come and they play harder. I think we have to adjust because I told these fans and this court is difficult, and I know this. We have to play more stronger and to beat Wise here, a great team.
Can you describe the last shot a bit more? It kind of seemed a bit short, but it went in. I mean, you have scored game-winning shots in this arena before. How would you describe this one?
I think we had 3 seconds in the end. I said that I'll take responsibility because I was feeling good. I said to Sasha to set a good down pick, and after I play 1-1, I shot. Okay, I score. Maybe I miss, but I think in 3 seconds I couldn't do something different.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, he certainly sounds exhausted. He played 23 minutes, Slukas. Scored 25 points, 6 assists. He's a leading scorer for Olympiacos. He played here for Fenerbahce between 2015 and 2020. He won a title with Fenerbahce, so he knows the floor well. And you heard his thoughts. You know, all credit to him. He said to Vezenkov, listen, I'll take the shot. And we're going to try to get Coach Patsongas, see if he's caught his breath after he chased Kostas Lukas.
Coach, congratulations. It's a tough atmosphere to win. Over here, we have seen 2 clutch shots at the end on both sides, but yours was a 3-point shot, so that made all the difference. How do you feel after such a dramatic win?
Feeling great, you know. I don't have heart attacks, so I'm okay. Anyway, it was a fantastic game for the EuroLeague fans. At the end of the game, we made 2 fantastic, crucial and difficult shots with Sasha Vezenkov, and of course the last one with Kostas Lukas. And they made also, when we lead the score by 4, they found with Tyler basket and foul, 3-point shot, 3-point shot from Kalathis, and then one difficult, 2-point shot from Guduric. So they make everything, and although we overcome this and we won the game, it was a fantastic performance. We were nervous during the game, but at the end we found the solutions to beat Fener here, which is not easy at all.
Coach, we have been talking about the series, and of course every game we're talking about making adjustments. Being able to achieve that during the game after the first quarter and the third quarter you have, how proud of you are you? How proud are you with your players?
Listen, we have to analyze the game. We have 1 day to analyze the game to see exactly what Fener did, and they have to see also what we did. Friday's game is completely different. We have to go to win again. This is our mentality, to go every time to win the game. No matter if we win or lose, it's not going to be an easy game for us, but as I said before, it's not going to be easy for them also.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, a look here at the shot chart for Olympiacos as we all catch our breath. Look at that, just 25% from behind the arc. And one of those basketballs right there, the winning shot from Kostas Lukas. We're trying to get Sasha Vezenkov. 15 points off turnovers, that really helped Olympiacos. And we'll get Vezenkov now. He had a role because it was his pick that opened up Kostas Lukas.
Congratulations. It is a huge win on the road to win at the last shot. Can you describe it from where you were standing?
First of all, I want to say that we're blessed and we're really happy to play in these environments. I'm seeing all the quarterfinals of EuroLeague, and the atmosphere is fantastic. The fans, we know that Fener is a great team, and we knew that it would be very difficult. But we believed in our in our road, what we did until now. And when the game goes to the last shots, on game 2 we lost it. Today we won it on a
like great way, you know. Some of them can say lucky, but I've seen Kostas practice this shot every day. So, you know, it will be tough. We need one more win, and we're coming on Friday. You know, I know Fener will come back, will get better. We have to see what we did wrong because we didn't play the perfect game. So we need to improve and to go and win one more game.
You scored 8 points in the fourth quarter. Costa scored 10. I mean, coming and doing that after only scoring 7 points in the third quarter. How would you explain this shift in the game?
You know, I was not good at the third quarter. I didn't play good, and that's why I asked for myself, you know, a sub to go and relax my mind to see how I will help my team. And I was ready, and I was thinking all this time that I have to help my team. I need to be there. I take 2 shots, some defenses, but I think all the team today, we did a good job. I cannot say great because we didn't do great. We did a good job, and we need one more win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A quick look at Vezenkov, because he made a key basket down the stretch. Finished with 17 points. He's had a consistent series, 19, 18, and 17 points through the first 3 games. But we saw how much he had to labor, and he missed quite a few shots because of good defense. Just 3 of 7 from behind the arc, 4 of 7 from inside it. There was that one moment, too, when he was so frustrated he was slapping out at the advertising board. But he gutted it out and played a role in the end. He had a nice pick, which freed up Slukas. And Slukas made the winner. We'll hope to get Coach Atudis. Honestly, Coach Atudis' team were terrific defensively. And here he is now.
Coach, there were 2 clutch shots made on both sides. I know it's disappointing to lose like this, but how would you analyze the game? What do you see, take out from this one for the next?
Well, obviously, when it comes to the down stretch on these 2 clutch shots, I can ask for better defense on being contested, both shots, being over there, and both quality lefties, they make the basket. I mean, Vezenkov and Slukas. But obviously, the game has 40 minutes. You don't need to analyze only the last possessions or the last couple of possessions. But I think it was, as we get used on this playoff series between us and Olympiacos, a close game. We managed to bring some kind of a difference in a plus 11, if I'm not mistaken, in the beginning. We couldn't capitalize it even more because we had a good defense. But it is what it is. We thank our fans. Let's don't forget, this team brought again this atmosphere over here. This team, these players, they brought again this momentum that the fans are believing on them. So we're going to go game by game. Obviously, it's disappointed, as you said, in terms, but they're not going to. It's not going to bring us so much down to, you know, to give it up. We're going to go on a game 4 to give it all, and in front of our fans to become better.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, good composure as always from Coach Atudis, 2-time EuroLeague winner with CSKA. And he, in one season, has done a marvelous job getting Fenerbahce to this stage, to bring in a lot of new players and get them to blend together. Kalatis is new. Carson Edwards is new. And so Jonathan Motley in his first ever EuroLeague season. And to get them here, Tyler Dorsey comes in, you know, just 7 or 8 rounds ago. And to get those guys to play well and to be within a whiskers of the best team in the regular season has been remarkable. But that's scant consolation to him. He'll look ahead to next week or Friday. These 2 teams play again on Friday and try to get a win, because now Fenerbahce play with their back to the wall. Well, let's wrap it up with some highlights. Where do you start? It was so tense throughout the first half, so physical. Neither team gave an inch. And it was hard for both teams to get easy looks. That's a great pass from Slukas. For me, the pass of the game. But, and Jakiri, don't underestimate the role of Jakiri. Through the third quarter, he was the go-to guy. Jakiri finished with 15 points. When he almost got his team to the top, he had that block shot as well. We'll be talking about that. Was that a goaltending or not? But this man, Slukas, with his penetration and his shots from the outside. When Guduric made this one, you thought Fenerbahce might win it. But with 3.8 seconds left, Olympiacos showed their character. There's the screen from Vezenkov. And Slukas with the 3 to win it. Look at Martsokas chasing after him. Oh, tremendous scenes. And, you know, all credit to the Fenerbahce fans, too, who are such great sports in this. You can see some comments on Twitter from some of the players in the league. Othello Hunter, Costa Magic, big time shot. Great way to keep fighting at Olympiacos BC. But look at the numbers. Look at that, just 25% from behind the arc as a team. Fenerbahce much better at 37%. Just 16 assists for Olympiacos. They averaged 22, which is a testament to the defense that Fenerbahce played. Remember, Coach Martsokas in one of his timeouts said, look, make a pass, you'll be a hero. And both teams very good with the ball in hand, just 12 and 10 turnovers respectively. Well, this series resumes on Friday right here in Istanbul, so put that down in your diary. That's game 4. Fenerbahce need to win it to send us back to Piraeus. Here's a look at how the playoffs are progressing. Remember, Barcelona played Žalgiris earlier tonight, that game taking place in Kaunas. We're all heading to Kaunas for the Final Four. We'll take a look. So this series goes 2-1 to Olympiacos. 72-71 the score tonight. Olympiacos took game 1, Fener took game 2, Olympiacos takes game 3. So there we have it, 2-1 to Olympiacos. And you can see Monaco won last night against Maccabi. They go 2-1. Maccabi play tomorrow with their backs against the wall. Partizan lost by 2 to Real Madrid. They play tomorrow. And I can tell you that that Barcelona series is 3-0. So Barcelona, the first one to book their place in the Final Four as they sweep Žalgiris Kaunas. What a season for Žalgiris. We head to their home arena, but they will not be there. So Maccabi host AS Monaco. A little needle in that game. That game is tomorrow night. Maccabi need to win that one to force a game 5 going back to the French Riviera. And then Partizan play against Real Madrid. Good to see Tavares back from his injury. That game in the Stark Arena in Belgrade. If Partizan win it, they go to the Final Four. Real Madrid need to win to force a game 5. And we know this game will be on Friday, right here in Istanbul, as Fenerbahce look to level the series at 2 each. Well, for me, Liam Candy, it is good night from Istanbul. Join us tomorrow for continuing coverage in the playoffs in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with